time I want to go over how we can actually start to replace some of those 3D images that we put in here with 2D images. So let's say that we've drawn a nice coin and a nice rocket. I've got some images here. I didn't draw these, I just quickly grabbed them off the internet because both will be good case examples. So let's start with the easy one, the rocket. There's a couple ways you could do this, but the easiest way is probably just to right click it and get sprite actions, and then you can extract sprites or create sprite. There's only going to be one sprite in there, so we can just go sprite actions, create sprite, and that'll create an image. I thought this was a PNG. I think I've been lied to, internet. So we can create a sprite like that. And same thing with this one. You can see this is actually a sprite sheet. So I'm going to go sprite and then say extract sprites. If I leave this with auto, it thinks that it's all sort of one image. So I'm actually going to have to tell it to be gridded, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So which one is it? It's not that one. Is it the cell width? I think we've got to just do this, divide by 6. There we go. So whoever laid this sprite sheet out on the internet hasn't done a fantastic job. But you know what? We're just going to accept it for now. And that's created a set of sprites. You could have also had 6 separate images and brought them in and create them in the same way as we did with the rocket. Once you've got all your images extracted, with them all highlighted, so holding shift and selecting them all, I'm going to go right click and create a flipbook. If we open that flipbook, you can now see it rotating. You can change things like the frames per second and add more frames down here if you need to, but that's the gist. So you can either bring in an image and just extract sprite like that individually, or you can do it as a flipbook. Now let's quickly go across to our blueprints. I'm going to open a coin and I'm going to open my missile, and we're going to replace those images with our new ones. I'm not sure why it's decided to crash right now. There we go. So here you can see we've previously got this coin. Now this works well because it's got the capsule collision and the sphere collision. So easiest thing to do is I actually probably just set this to be hidden. So if we'd say hidden in game, and let's actually create a flipbook, paper flipbook. So a flipbook is for anything that you've got that's animated. Now I've only got one flipbook in here, and that's the sprite, like that. Scale it as appropriate, and make sure you turn off collision, because we've already got collision sort of set up on here. So let's set that to be no collision. And let's do the same thing with the rocket, the missile. So inside the missile, let's hide the missile. So tell it to be hidden. You could also use visible for set visibility. And let's add a sprite. Paper sprite this time. So because this wasn't animated, it's just a simple sprite. And choose the sprite. Set as appropriate. Set no collision. Now it's a shame that these didn't actually come through with proper transparency, but when you make your own images they should do. I've got to turn off the rotating component on the coins. But there you go, it's going to start to look a little bit more like what we actually want it to look like. So there you go, that's how to start replacing your 3D models with 2D images.